Hi everyone. Okay, now we're going to work on a few standing postures. So where you're standing, place your feet shoulder width apart and your feet parallel. You take your palms and bring them up and hold them just in front of your belly button. It's almost like you're hugging somebody. We're going to spend a bit of time, just a bit of time here. This is going to allow us to find some relaxation. And one of the goals of these standing postures is to relax into our feet as much as possible. So what that means is letting go of any tension we have in our neck and shoulders and torso, and let all of our body weight sink and drop into our feet. One of the hardest things that I find about the Tai Chi practice is finding ways to relax. It's like a puzzle. Once you think you're accomplished and achieved a level of relaxation, it's like peeling the layer off an onion. There is always more to go. You can always relax more. Okay, bring the hands down. So this first posture is, it's like we're scribing a big beach ball that's in front of it with our palms. So if you imagine there's a ball in front of me, my palms are scribing the outside of the ball. So the hands are always opposite to each other. So I'm reaching out as far as I can, getting to the edge of the ball. So if I just use one hand, it would look like this. I'm scribing this ball. And you bring in the other hand, and the other hand is scribing the ball. And then both hands working together, equal and opposite to each other all the time. So as one palm is pushing away from you, the other palm is pulling towards you. So it's just push, pull. There's this roundness to this. So if you imagine doing this motion in a swimming pool, so as your hands are moving through the water, you'll feel a bit of resistance in the pool. And so as your hands scribe around this imaginary ball, I want you to feel that kind of resistance, or we talk about intention through the palms of our hands. If we did this with not much intention, it would just kind of limp, it would just sort of look like this. But there's a slight resistance, and ever slight resistance as we're scribing this. Do this as long as you're comfortable. You get tired, take a break. So that's one posture that you can practice with. Bring your hands back to here. Find that relaxation into your feet again. Something I talked about in my first and the only class that I did with the group is how we hold our hand. And it's a piece of skin between the index finger and the thumb. We call it the tiger's mouth. So we want to open and activate the tiger's mouth, meaning that this intention and openness we have in our hand is a bit, one way I can describe it is if you're holding your hands in front of a campfire. Your hands are open, but they're not crazy open stretched, and they're not sort of loose and kind of falling with no intention in the hand. They're open just enough that this piece of skin here is open. Okay, so a lot of our Tai Chi, while our Tai Chi in these postures for sure, we strive to keep the tiger's mouth open all the time. So even in this standing posture, hands are in the tiger's mouth. There's some intention in your palms here. Okay, so this next posture, I'm going to start with one hand up here, palm facing me, other hand down by the belly button. Turn. This is a turning motion. We're turning the hips around the spine. Turn as far as you can. And if your feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, that's fine. So you see that my arms have a bit of a curve to them, like I'm hugging somebody. My palms, my hands are in the tiger's mouth. And this is a real gentle turn. So the head is just following the body. My eyes are level, my gaze is level. So you can sort of see once I set up my hands here, they're just following the turn of my body. And they get to the far side, they change positions, and my hands are just following my torso. So there's not a lot of wavy motion from the hands and the arms, they're just following the motion of my upper body. Practice this posture as long as you're comfortable with. Come back to here. Find that relaxation into your feet. Belly is relaxed. Back is straight. Okay, this next posture, feet shoulder width apart, looks something like this. So this is a great stretch. It's a great way, great movement to open the chest. So the hands are going to start just by your hips. They're going to draw up and cross, palms facing you. Rotate the forearms, rotate the palms so they're facing out. Press out, open. Until you're at the very end here, and you're open as far as you can. You're going to point the thumbs downwards, rotate the forearms again. You're going to bring your palms close to each other, facing each other at the back. And once you get to the back, you let it go and just relax and let the hands come down. And they draw up again to repeat. Hands by your side, they draw up. Forearms cross, palms face you. Turn the palms away from your face. Press out. Open the arms. Turn the thumbs down. Bring your hands together at the back and let it go. Bring them back up. If you've been sitting for a while, this is a really good exercise to open you up across your chest. A little stretch in the shoulders here. Open in the chest again. You'll notice my hands are in the tiger's mouth all the time. So there's intention in this movement. It's not forced, it's not strained. And again, feel free to pause the video and do as many of these as you wish. So the last one I'm going to leave you on this video is just a really simple one. You probably noticed that there's a fair bit of rotation of the forearm in these postures. And a really good practice for these one is hands by your side and just bring your palms up so that they're facing you. Your elbows are about here, kind of like if you're resting on a bar. And I'm just going to start rotating my forearms. The only part that's really moving is from the elbow up. Hands in the tiger's mouth. So it's a full rotation as far as your forearms can rotate, and you can speed it up. And if these are new to you, you may find after about 30 seconds, your forearms start feeling really tired and they don't really feel like your hands anymore. And that's fine, you can take a break. But know that the more you do of these, you'll build up the muscles and you'll be able to do this longer. And this kind of forearm rotation is present throughout the Tai Chi movement and these postures, and it's a very important part of the practice. And when you think you've had enough, bring the hands back down. And we'll finish with 3 more of these clearings. Okay, everyone. Be well, be safe. We'll see you soon.